I'm freezing. In 2 seconds, I'm going to tell you that I'm hot because this happened before. I came in, after walking the dog, I was freezing. I put this on, and then after like 5 minutes, I got really hot. I took it off, and then it got cold again. So here I am. Then I also ate a plum. The plum was cold, so that might have made me colder. Hi, Adonis. Anyhow, I'm probably going to warm up in a couple of minutes and be complaining again. Okay, first person here is Summons for General. No longer holding yourself back. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. An old wound heals and moves into the past. And then you may be feeling relieved, like relief around life moving forward. Listen to your intuition. Slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward towards greener pastures. Feeling ambitious, you'll be able to accomplish whatever it is you set your mind to. Alpha, General. Areas of your life that have been stagnant should now start to move forward, and you could feel relief around life moving forward. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Lay down the law, set boundaries that'll serve you well. And if you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You could have some money coming in. Coal, General. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. You've got choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe feeling grounded and stable around finances, or more money could be coming in before the end of this month. Listen to your intuition. Life's moving forward, and you're ready for it. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, but Gemini comes in the strongest. And you could have, take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Aries Sun, next 24 hours. Maybe spending time with the Libra. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the 24 hours. Could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Success comes in around work, school, or business. Don't look back on the past. Life is moving forward. Something nice can happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, whatever it is, it would be positive. Sag Rising, General. New beginnings around the horizon that could lead to success around work, school, or business. Maybe feeling a little bit more financially secure. And you may be feeling like happy and content that life is moving forward. Listen to your intuition. Could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Money comes in, finances improve, a wish comes true before the end of this year. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or something nice could happen around finances. Stojans, love. When it comes to love, life is moving forward. If you're not with anyone right now, it's probably new energy that comes in out of the clear blue sky, and you may find yourself in a committed relationship that's well functioning. Person coming in may be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or an Aries. If you're already with someone, current relationship may be slow to move forward, but well functioning and based on solid ground. Tibet for Friday, General. For Friday, you may have money coming in, maybe paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. You could have choices and options around social activity. If you've recently had an argument with someone, it may resolve itself and move into the past. And perseverance pays off. You could be planning travel, maybe spending time with an Aries. Martisha, General. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Between now and the end of November, Success comes in around work, school, or business. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You could be planning travel, walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Natalie, love. Okay, when it comes to love, you've got a new beginning on the horizon that could lead you to success. Choices and options coming in around love. Don't look back on the past. You do have commitment coming in if that's something that you're interested in, and with the Magician, the ability to make it happen. Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or possibly an Aries. Listen to your intuition, explore your options, and life moves forward. Red, neuro doctor going to put me on leave after appointment. %70 chance, yes, they will put you on leave after the appointment or relatively soon. Susie, what's coming in next between T, the Capricorn, and I? He's quiet. There'll be communication that comes in. Communication comes in, although it may be slow and steady or sporadic. Communication comes in within the next, I don't know, maybe a week or so, and then you're probably going to see each other maybe sometime early November or before the middle of November. New love, general. New love. You may be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. Life is coming into balance. Feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You may be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. Don't be afraid to set boundaries if you need to. Jacksonville, general. Anxiety eases and moves into the past when money comes in. Perseverance pays off. Life is coming into balance. Listen to your intuition. New beginnings are on the horizon. Money comes in. Finances improve. Maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or Sagittarius. Don't be afraid to express your wants and needs around both personal and professional relationships. Ina, love. When it comes to love, you do have commitment here. If you're already with this person, your current relationship should be functioning very well. If you're not with anyone, you've got a Leo coming in, and you have Air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. New opportunities lead you to success around love that could be bringing in happiness and long-term potential. Beautiful one for tomorrow. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you listen to your intuition. New beginnings are on the horizon. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. In areas of your life that you feel have been stagnant may now start to move forward. Listen to your intuition. Lay down the law. Set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Could be spending time with an Aries. And you could have money coming in or news of money coming in. Red, why would he feel the need to put me on leave? It may be like awaiting something. So it may be, you know, and it actually could be your choice. It may be your choice. You get the 7 of Cups. And it may be like I'll put you on leave until we do this, or once this comes back, or we find out this, just until we know what's happening here, it may be best for you to go out on leave. But you know what? It could be your choice. I got a 70% chance that you would be going out on leave. But with this one, it said that you got choices and options. So they may say, how do you feel about going out, or would you want to go out between now and this, whatever that is. I don't know what they're doing. A test, a medication, changing something. They may give you the option to see how something works or if something improves. Essence, I really didn't like the date with the Aquarius guy. Uh-oh. He's actually pretty cool. I just couldn't help but feel cringe the whole time. This is awkward because he was feeling me and talking a lot about, I got the eye and I know when, oh my God, I have to see him when I go to the dispenser. Oh shit. How to tell him I'm not digging him. Oh boy. You know, I would just tell him that you don't know what you're looking for. You're not really looking for anything serious. It was nice hanging out. I'll be in touch. Kind of like that. He's showing right now as Emperor in reverse, which I'm not saying he's not really into you. I think he could be really into you, but he also may be laying it on super thick because he's like looking to create something quick. So I think if you just kind of brush him off a little bit, like sort of gently, and then don't pay him much attention, I think he'll move along to someone else. Emperor in reverse. He's going to be more attracted to somebody who he can manipulate, and you're not that person. I think that's what he was doing. Just, yeah, always great. Had a nice time. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon, and then that's it. If he's not picking up the vibe that you're into him, I think you might be able to get rid of him pretty quick. Don't call me if I don't call you. That's a good one. Oh my God. Yeah, and then if he does start calling you, don't answer. Just ignore it. Yeah, I don't like Emperor in reverse. Emperor in reverse always reminds me of somebody that's trying to manipulate a situation. Gemini, I'm Sharish. Homage, Abdul Samad's feelings towards me in his next action, no contact. Well, you may think highly of you and have a lot of respect for you, think that overall you're a nice person, but I don't see contact coming in. He's showing right now as stagnant, so if you want to speak to him, I would reach out to him. Liz, for the next 24. Next 24, not bad. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, and you could have a love offer coming in. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Empress is bringing in love and money or more of it. Listen to your intuition. Life moves forward. Not bad. Not bad. Butterfly wants the orange cards. This is the second time I picked this card today because I posted it somewhere. So that's funny. It came up twice today. Expect miracles. Miracles occur naturally. They're always ready to unfold, and your angels are encouraging you to prepare for them now. A miracle doesn't have to be an extravagant change in circumstance. It can be a simple shift of energy that creates a wave of love in your life. If you need something to happen or you're praying hard for something, this card brings you the message that something exciting and healing is about to unfold. In order for this to happen, you are being guided by your angels to recognize and honor your own worth. Realize that you are absolutely worthy of miracles and they're unfolding in your life. Your entire life has been brought together by miracles. They're happening all the time, and the miracle that you need is not a difficult one because it's in the hands of the divine. And then this one, compassion. Your angels are wrapping a light of compassion around you, and they're guiding you to let go of conflict or the need to prove your point. The more you resist and fight, the unhappier and more drained you will be. Pointing out mistakes or mishaps or concentrating on negative traits or actions of others will only hold you back. Don't let unjust actions of others block your experience of joy and freedom. Take time to review where you are in your life. You may be feeling held back or even consumed by frustration and anger. Ask your angels to shine their light upon you and the situation at this time. Not bad. Not bad. Lucky, did Jay block me? I don't think you're blocked, no. Oh, it's cold in Georgia too? Wow. Sean, will my paperwork be accepted? Yes, I believe it will be accepted. Fire sign love for November. Well, areas of your life that have been stagnant will now start to move forward. May have an air sign around Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Life moves forward towards greener pastures with new beginnings on the horizon. Listen to your intuition and express your wants and needs around love. If you're currently with someone, current relationships should be improving or functioning better in November. If you're not with anyone, air comes in, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or possibly in Aries. Lay down the laws, set boundaries. It'll serve you well around love. Queen for tomorrow. Queen City for tomorrow. The hard work that you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Listen to your intuition. New beginnings lead to success. Maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Maybe spending time with an Aquarius. Not bad. Not bad. Simran, specific tarot card advice that I need to hear right now. Listen to your intuition. Focusing on work, school, or business leads to success. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past, and life is coming back into balance. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Leave the past in the past and let life move forward. Life's moving forward and you're ready for it. Not bad. Not bad. Kimon for tomorrow. Making decisions that push life forward towards greener pastures. Disappointments heal and move into the past. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. You have teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, and life moves forward. Maybe spending time with a Libra. Oh, excuse me. It's Dr. Sony, general overall reading. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may have choices and options around social activity, and life could change for you for the better quickly, but don't forget about self-care because between now and the end of the year, things may be busy. Life changes for the better quickly. You're no longer holding yourself back. Maybe spending time with an Aries or a Pisces. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. You may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. D for the rest of the week. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. You have a wish that comes true. Feeling grounded and stable around like work, school, or business. Money comes in, finances improve. Areas of your life that have been slow may now start to move forward, and you may be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Girl, wake up. I'm thinking of pitching an idea to Jolanda to provide transportation to students at the school. Will she approve me a contract? The big picture, yeah, there may be like certain things that may need to be discussed or worked out. It might not be that simple, but if you pursue it, yeah, you guys could make it happen. Starfall, does he like me romantically? I don't see romance around this connection as of right now, but it does look like it could be like a well-functioning friendship. So I can't say that maybe something more couldn't come of it at some point. Right now, it doesn't look romantic, though. Essence, I could tell it wasn't working. He even pulled the whole astrology thing and couldn't tell me anything about it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What a dope. Davey, what does tarot want me to know? Disappointments are healing and moving into the past. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, and a wish comes true. Maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or possibly a Leo. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead you to success. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It will help to ease anxiety, and then paying off a bill of debt or a loan could also make you feel relieved. Nisha, general for the next 6 months. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You could have a new job or business opportunity come in that brings in a little bit more financial stability. Slow and steady wins the race, but life moves forward towards greener pastures and a wish comes true. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, and you may be planning travel. Top flight, how did the girl at the Apple store feel and view me today? We had good banter, really playful, and looking to see her again. Good. She may have found you to be somebody who was attractive, interesting, smart, intelligent, pleasant. You're probably going to see her again. And cause for celebration comes in around it. This looks good. This looks good. Let's see what happens. You're probably going to end up seeing her again. She may have found you to be interesting. Yeah, like charming. Pretty good. Pretty good. Gab, what's the energetic likelihood that Christy F. knows about the letter to the board of directors and that Matt is going to be investigated? Most likely, yes, for both of them. They most likely know about the letter or have heard something about the letter, and most likely he will be questioned or, yeah, investigated as well. Avery, you know what time it is? Thank you. Good night. Tiffany, November reading. Tiffany, feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Slow and steady wins the race, but life is moving forward towards greener pastures. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Something happens that makes you happy. Money comes in, finances improve. Listen to your intuition, and then you may feel relief around life moving forward. Pretty good. Areas of your life get unstuck, especially where finances are concerned. Teamwork is favored, but life moves forward. Listen to your intuition. Overall, it should be a pretty good month. May have choices and options around social activity as well. Um, DJ for the rest of today. DJ for the rest of today. You've got a new journey begins. You may be planning travel, could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan may make you feel a little bit more financially secure. Something nice may happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, could be spending time with a Gemini. Linus, General. Maybe planning travel, and the hard work that you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off. Perseverance pays off, leads you to cause for celebration. A disappointment or a heartache is healing and moving into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. With the Empress, you've got love and money coming in, or more of it. Old wounds heal and move into the past. And if you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Simran, why is GB the Pisces yelling at me for his own mistake of not looking at the course outline for his course midterm that he missed? He thought that it would be deferred, but the percentage got moved to the final. He's taking it out on you because he's frustrated, and it could be just because you're there or you're close to him. Yeah, he's frustrated. He thought he was going to get away with something, and now he's stuck, and he's pissed, and he's taking it out on you because either you happen to be there physically or he feels comfortable enough to do so. Yeah, it's not your fault. Obviously, it's not your fault. Maggie for the next 48. Life moves forward towards greener pastures, and you may have choices and options around social activity. You could have a new venture that begins. You may have money coming in or news of money coming in. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and then you might be feeling like teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Not a bad couple of days. Ladybug, why my oldest child called out for work today. Just may have been feeling like tired, lazy, bummed, not really feeling like wanting to do much of anything. I don't think they're sick or anything like that. I just think that they didn't want to go to work. Well, the weekends are busy, Bernard. Friday, we have trick-or-treating because it's Halloween, and then we're going to go ice skating. And then, although she's going to be a mermaid, I got to see if could we ice skate in a mermaid outfit? I don't know. I got to check it out. Saturday, we have ice skating all day. Sunday, I don't know what we're doing Sunday yet. Every once in a while, I like to have a day where I don't have to leave the house. It doesn't happen that often, but I definitely look forward to it when it does. Cinnamon for the next 48. You've got cause for celebration that comes in around perseverance paying off around work, school, or business. Choices and options around social activity. Maybe spending time with an Aries. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Empress could be bringing in love and money or more of it. Feeling ambitious. You'll be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Listen to your intuition. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Davy, general for the next 3 weeks. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and you might be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. Maybe spending time with Earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Success may come in around work, school, or business. That could make you feel relieved. You're no longer holding yourself back. You may also be spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You could have romance heating up and life moving forward towards greener pastures. It's pretty good. Life moving forward. Gemini 7777. Will any good changes happen in my life soon? Life has been stagnant, so I'm curious. Disappointments and heartaches are healing and moving into the past, and you may come up with an idea for a new side business, side project, side hustle, whatever it is, it would be positive. Listen to your intuition and life comes into balance. Money comes in, finances improve. Maybe planning travel. You could hear from somebody you've been hoping to hear from or receive good news that you've been waiting on. And you may have choices and options around social activity. Not bad. Juliet is the mother of my boyfriend, Isa. Consult a teller. She seems to know all about our relationship problems. Like, is she a tarot card reader? I just want to make sure I got the question right. Georgia for the rest of the week. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Money comes in. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Personal relationships may be functioning better, and romance could be heating up. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relief. Choices and options come in around social activity. Could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. New beginnings are on the horizon. Somebody could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Simran, I yelled at GB Pisces back and told him he's going to pay for disturbing my peace and that he better watch out. I called him stupid. And even when I left, I told him to fuck off. His thoughts about that. Well, he feels like he was treated unfairly. He feels like he was treated unfairly, and he may feel like disappointed or like you overreacted. Juliet, like a psychic or a medium. Okay, let's see. No, I don't think that she's either. I wouldn't be surprised if she's just nosy and she's either gotten the information or put things together or overheard conversations or something. Yeah, I don't think she has any special insight. I think that she's just nosy. That's how she finds things out. Hysteria, what are KR's projects or energy towards me lately? The energy is grounded and stable, sincere, but a little slow. Kind of neutral, but pleasant. Okay. Energy's okay. Bernard, general reading. General reading. You have growth, change, and transformation coming in and around finances, and negativity moves into the past. Life could be moving forward towards greener pastures, and you have a committed relationship here. If you're currently with this person, things look good. If you're not with anyone, you could have Earth coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or Leo. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Disappointments are healing, and you might be feeling a little bit more financially stable. This is for the other Simran, Simran 0. My current energy, I'm feeling low. You might just need a little bit of self-care. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life comes into balance. Listen to your intuition. And I think this energy is going to shift before we get to November. You just may be feeling a little bit worn out or overwhelmed. That's why you kind of have low energy. Safia, general for November. May have choices and options around social activity. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. You could have money coming in. You may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Perseverance pays off. Could be spending time with a Libra or a Gemini. Lucinda, general for November. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Choices and options come in around social activity. Anxiety is easing and moving into the past, and the hard work you put into work, school, or business pays off, bringing in cause for celebration. You may have choices and options around social activity. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Pretty good. Anthony, what is coming into my career? Exploring your options could lead you to a better job. And teamwork is favored, but a better job that pays more money brings in growth, change, and transformation around your career, and things could move forward before the end of this year or between now and the end of January. Perseverance pays off. Explore your options, and life moves forward. Pretty good. Pretty good. Raymond, will my barber be able to cut my hair Friday because I'm going to Vegas? Oh my God, I love Vegas. I think he's going to be able to get you in, yeah. Didn't I answer for Macy? Anybody remember? I thought I did. Oh, you're welcome. Peach, is they going to do what I ask of them tonight? I'm not convinced that they're going to do this tonight. Avery, are you still awake? Avery? 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 Are you sleeping? Avery? Are you holding on to the iPad and pretending not to be asleep? It's time to go to sleep. Okay? Thank you. Have a good night. Okay, that's okay. Go to sleep now. I didn't hear you. Be okay. I will. Yes, I will. Is Cyrus next to you? Okay. Is he there? What? Is Cyrus next to you? What? Is Cyrus, is he there? Okay, I'm next to him. Okay. Simran, updates and details on Social Circle. Could have new people that come in towards the end of this year that you could, like, it may be group activities, or it could be family, friends, school activities. Anything that has groups of people could be bringing in more people for next year. Listen to your intuition, explore your options. You've got new people coming in. You have an Aries, a Sagittarius, and a Taurus. Anything that doesn't work for you, feel free to leave it in the past and keep moving along. Listen to your intuition. But meeting new people through groups comes in strong. And that may be because like the holidays are coming and there may be like holiday things happening that could be leading you towards like bringing in new people. Taurus, Aries, and Sagittarius. Raymond, do you see any suitors for me this weekend in love? Yeah, somebody can make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Could be a Leo, maybe a Gemini. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life could be moving forward this weekend. Not bad. Not bad. Brenda, what's coming in for tonight and tomorrow? A wish comes true, a disappointment heals, and life moves forward. Maybe spending time with a Scorpio or a Gemini. Happiness comes in around like work, school, or business. Something nice may happen. And you may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Essence, love for the rest of the year. I got to get better than the corny Aquarius guy. Yeah, you're not looking back on the past. I think you're going to get rid of him. And I think it'll be fast. And then listen to your intuition. A Sagittarius comes in. Another fire sign comes in. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Sagittarius. And then you may also have another Aries coming in. Explore your options leads to success around love. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve. So walk away from that guy, the corny guy. Arya, love and career. Love and career are two separate questions. You could do one or the other, or I could just give you a general. Natasha, my administrators and higher ups are observing my class tomorrow. How will it go? Oh, that shit sucks. Oh, fuck. I hate that. It's going to go well. It's going to go well. There's growth, change, and transformation that leads to success. Yeah, it'll go well. It's just nerve-wracking. Aria, love, okay. Aria, love. You have a wish that comes true around love when you listen to your intuition. If you're currently with someone, your relationship may be slow to move forward but stable. If you're not with anyone, you could have choices and options coming in. You may have an Aquarius or a Scorpio. You have long-term potential around your next relationship. Somebody could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and you may feel relief around love moving forward. Not bad. Elizabeth, general read. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Life gets unstuck and begins to move forward. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. The world is at your feet. Listen to your intuition. You might be feeling like teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, and you could be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan can make you feel relieved, and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Oh, this thing needs to be charged. Does anybody have this Fitbit? I think it's the Inspire. It is so annoying because it will just randomly go off and say that like I completed like a cardio workout, and meanwhile I was doing nothing. Like, I don't know if that happens to other people or if it's just happening to me. But I'm like, I'm sitting here not doing anything. Oh, geez, I can't find this charger. Maybe this may be it. No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. It's so annoying. And it's not, like, it's not giving me saying that I'm burned off extra calories. So I just think this thing doesn't function right. You know what I mean? Anyhow. Simran, I was told Cancer, Aquarius, and Capricorn before. Now it's Aries, Sagittarius, and Taurus. I don't mind signs. I only hope that it's not with manipulative people like people in the past and their personalities. Well, you could have people coming in because, like I said, it shows group activities. So the signs that come in, it should be new energy. I can't guarantee that you're not going to have manipulative people come in. Like, I can't tell you what everybody's personality is. Like, you have to figure that out and decide whether or not you want to be friends with these people. But it looks like life is moving forward and it's not old energy returning, but it's new energy coming in. And it does look like there's opportunity around groups of people. So there's probably going to be more than just 3 signs coming in. Like, somebody could come in, like say Aries comes in. Aries could come in with other people because that happens. Like, you meet somebody and then you become friends with their friends. And it shows that it's like group activity. And it may be around like the holidays towards the end of the year. So one person could lead you to other people, but I can't swear that people aren't going to be manipulative. It just looks like new energy, not old energy returning. Old energy, if it returns, you don't have to entertain it if you don't want it in your life because you already figured out who they were. Macy, I guess I never did Macy. I want to just do it general for the rest of the week. You may have a new journey that begins around work, school, or business that could be bringing in more money, big picture. Maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Perseverance pays off. Then you have feeling ambitious, be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Money comes in, finances improve. Not bad. Oh, where was I? Is there anybody here I haven't answered for yet? I can't tell you the personalities of a new social circle. There would be too many people. I would have to go into each person, and those people haven't showed up yet. So I can't answer that. Yeah, it's like when you meet somebody, right? You don't know where your relationship is going to go with them, but you have to get to know them in order to decide whether or not you want to be friends with them. That's what's going to happen. And one person can lead you to others. Like, I became friends with somebody I worked with at the grocery store, and through her, I became friends with other people. It's like she came into my life, but because she came into my life, other people came in. But I can't read everybody's personality and tell you don't be friends with this person, they're manipulative. People tend to be manipulative. And in certain circumstances, anybody could be manipulative. So I can't, it's just too broad. It's like saying, well, I'm not going to date somebody if they may, look at other women. Well, guys look at other women. Like, like that's part of life. So could somebody be manipulative? Yeah. I mean, we've done it to people. Like, I've said to my friends, or like I remember my one friend was playing in the city and I wanted to go, and I made my friends come with me. Do you think they really wanted to go? No, but I was like, please come with me. I don't want to go alone. And I manipulated them to go with me, and that's what it is. But I can't give out personalities to a social circle, especially if these people haven't shown up yet. Like, you have to explore your relationships and find out who these people are. The cards can't really answer those stories, because then you're not going to learn anything. The cards just can't tell you. Sammy, should I still expect communication from Eddie this year? Well, you have a 33% chance you'll hear from this person this year. If you want to speak to him, I would suggest reaching out to him and not waiting. Cosmic, do you see Sandy, my boss, having a good working relationship with me? Things look good. Things look good. Simran, okay, but would I be comfortable enough to be close with the new circle? You have to figure that out. I can't answer those questions. You have to figure that out. You have to figure out who you're going to be close to or what you're comfortable with. But I can't answer those questions. Yeah, but you'll figure it out. If you meet people and you don't like them, like, that's what happens. It's like I had a friend, right? I was friends with her forever. I was friends with her younger sister. And when her younger sister went away to college, me and her became friends because we used to go visit her sister together. Now, she had just broken up with like her first boyfriend, and at the time she was like 21 or 22, and I was like, I don't know, maybe 18. Anyway, and I remember her talking about this boyfriend that she had, and she said that when she was with him, she dropped all of her friends, and that her whole life revolved around him. She never saw her friends, and then they broke up. She was devastated, and she reconnected with her friends. But that's common, right? That people do that. Well, now here she is, 22. She's not, with him anymore, and now her and I become friends. She hasn't dated anybody for like a long time, and she always swore to me. She's like, "Oh, I would never do that again. I would never." And I really wasn't thinking like, "Oh, she's gonna find someone and dump me." Like, I didn't think like that, because throughout this time, I was dating people. I had my boyfriend Tom. I was seeing Gary. I had like stuff happening. Anyway, the point was is that after she met somebody, after it had been a long time, she disappeared. I never really heard from her again. And this was somebody who was literally at my ass all the time. But there was no way for me to foresee that. Like I couldn't go to a card reader and have them say to me, well, in 10 years from now, she's going to meet somebody and not want to be friends with you anymore. So you shouldn't be friends with her now. Like you're not going to like that she does that to you in 10 years. So don't be friends with her now. It doesn't work like that. Like you have to have the experience and you learn what you can about people as you move forward. So I learned that that's who she is. That's what she did. And she was telling me, people tell on themselves. She told me when I was with my boyfriend, I didn't see my friends anymore. That should have registered, but it didn't because I thought, oh, well, she says she's different now. Now, was I hurt by it? Yeah, I guess I could say I was hurt by it, but I wasn't, it didn't surprise me because people do that, right? Once they get into a relationship, they're not the same anymore. But am I mad at her now? If she called me tomorrow, would I not be friends with her? Would I not talk to her? No. I just know what I know about her and know what I could expect from her, and it is what it is. So it's the same thing with you. If you meet somebody, sometimes people are great for years, and then something changes or you start to notice things that you don't like, but then you have to make that decision. Like the cards can't answer, you're going to feel uncomfortable, so don't go because you have to have the experience to figure it out. And there's no way to do that without doing it. It's like the person that's like, well, am I going to marry him? Well, no, you met him on Tuesday. You're not going to marry him. We don't know yet. Well, I don't want to date him if this is going to go nowhere. Yeah, well, it's not going to go anywhere until you date him. So you have to be willing to put in the effort. Otherwise, you're going to have no relationship, you're going to have no friend, and you're going to be by yourself all the time. But that's your choice. Um, Aurelia, okay, let me go on PayPal. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm reading it. Oh, it's going to go well. Things change for the better quickly. Perseverance pays off. It should be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, it'll be a good time. And then work for November. Work for November looks good. You have a wish that comes true. You have being guided by the divine towards greener pastures. Disappointment heals. Life moves forward. Success comes in. You're no longer holding yourself back. Life is moving forward. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news. And you may be feeling like better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business in November. Pretty good. Pretty good. Miriam, general for November. May have money coming in. Finances could be improving. You may be feeling like paying off a bill of debt or a loan can make you feel relief or success. Could be spending time with a Gemini or a Taurus. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Listen to your intuition. You may be planning travel. Not bad. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for yet? anyone here I haven't answered for yet? Yes, fire sign, go ahead. Rimmel was coming in love. Negativity moves into the past. Happiness comes in and a disappointment heals. Could be spending time with a Gemini. Life comes into balance. Explore your options leads to success and listen to your intuition. You may be spending time with Sagittarius. Old wounds heal and move into the past and life begins to move forward. Now, if you're already with someone, current relationship should be moving forward with divine guidance and should be pretty successful. Fire sign. My aunt, I don't really talk to, called me today, and she was just wanting to be nosy or genuine. Okay, let's see. She looks like she's kind of genuine. Yeah, it looks like she's being genuine. Mel, energy around my second side hustle. It may be a little slow right now, but it could improve because you have a wish around it coming true. So if it's a little slow, I'd give it a little bit of time. You may see something change before the end of the year. Adonis, be it Aqua and me, been feeling ass around my life overall lately. Not excusing my behavior in this case, but I blocked V. I understand. I understand. I mean, it's a frustrating situation. But there's still communication coming in. At some point, things are going to change because there's growth, change, and transformation around communication, and life is moving forward. They hate being blocked. They hate it, especially if they don't, they don't expect it or they don't realize it. You know, they don't feel like they did anything, and then they're all of a sudden they're blocked. They hate that, but anybody would. I think it weighs a little heavier on them because I think some people it bothers more than others. Like some people don't care if you're mad at them. Other people get very upset if somebody is mad at them. So I think that this is something that they're going to struggle with if they haven't figured it out already. They're going to figure it out soon that they're blocked and they're not going to be happy. It kind of makes them feel stuck or stagnant. But I understand your frustration with the situation because of everything that's gone on back and forth and everything. This was sudden. My emotions are very spontaneous. I understand. I understand. One of the best advices that I've ever heard was from this one super senior yoga teacher who trained us in yin yoga one summer. And she said the best thing to do that she learned is before you react or whatever it is, react to somebody or jump to a conclusion or whatever, is to just stop for 30 seconds and think about it. And I think that sometimes I've taken that to the nth level and not done anything because I've spent so much time feeling like, well, if I'm not sure what to do, I'm not going to do anything. And then I don't react fast enough. But lately I've been getting a little bit better with that. Anyways. Simran, why does J Pisces family try to get updates on what I'll be doing in the future? Seems like J Pisces and R Virgo is nosy for gossip. I regret befriending J Pisces. I thought they were kind, but turned out to be wrong. Well, they do like to gossip, yeah, but it also may be that they're making conversation or they're genuinely interested. Because this person kind of still looks at you like sort of like you're a friend. Yeah, I mean, they are gossipy, but I don't think their intentions are to be gossipy. I think that their intentions are, well, hey, like they're making small talk. Like, I don't know who they're talking to, but it's like if you have a mutual friend in common, if I was talking to like if I'm talking to my friend Amy and she knows that still talk to Laura, she may ask me, well, what's going on with Laura? How's she been? It's not really bad intentions. It's kind of like small talk or catching up. Well, you guys were friends, so like it's still like that connection is still there. Like Laura and Amy haven't talked for years, but both of them ask about each other. So it's not like it's not that big of a deal. It's like small talk kind of a thing. Like if you run into somebody and you have it and you know that you have a mutual contact, you usually talk about that person. Like, oh, how have you seen so and so? I haven't seen them. How have they been? Like, it's like small talk. The way it reads is like small talk, not like this person is actually like digging for dirt on you for any reason in particular. Although they could be gossipy, that just may be part of who they are. Their intentions aren't like calling people up and asking for gossip. Anyway. And the blocking thing, it's like everybody blocks everybody these days and unblocks them and doesn't block them. And if you've been friends with this person before and you have mutual contacts, that's why they're asking. They don't think it's like, they don't think that there's anything wrong with asking. Diamond Girl, general for my son A, and what good changes do you see for him? Okay, let's see. Well, he could be planning travel and he may be focusing on a side business, side project, side hustle, or coming up with an idea for one. A new journey begins. Life comes into balance and life is moving forward. He's taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Money and finances may be improving over the course of the next 6 months, and that may have something to do with extra money coming in through. The Page of Pentacles is usually like the idea for a side business or the start of something new. It doesn't always have to be a side business. It could be picking up a part-time job or working something seasonal or doing something that's bringing in extra money. Whatever it is, it's positive around money. And then it could be planning travel as luck is changing for the better quickly. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, the donations went up to $3. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I didn't notice that it was only $1.99. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for? Yeah, but Simran, who let them in if you're in the bath? Like, why would you let the person in if you're in the bath? There's nothing that you're going to be able to do in this world that's going to keep people from talking about you. So whether you feel comfortable or not, it doesn't matter. Whether you tell people anything or you don't, people are still going to talk. There is nothing that you can do to stop that. You just have to realize that that's what people do. I go outside and my neighbors are talking shit about everybody. This one's talking about the person in that one's talking about the person. You can't stop that. That's what people do. So you just have to learn that that's what people do. And it is what it is. I mean, here you are talking bad about her on the internet and everybody's watching. So I know we don't know who the person is, but it's still showing you that people talk. Now, I don't know who let this person into your house while you were taking a bath, but like, it's like it is what it is kind of a thing. It's like if you think that like you don't like people gossiping about you, nobody likes that, but that's what life is. And sometimes the more you make it like, I don't want them to know this or I don't want them to know that makes it more of a bigger deal. It's like if it's just like, okay, whatever, like what's the big deal? So I failed the math class. Who cares? Or whatever it is, it's like, okay, so they know that I got drunk at the party Thursday night. Big deal. Whatever. Like there is no gossip that is that big of a deal because everything blows over and nobody cares anymore. Like how many times have you heard, oh, did you hear so and so's husband is having an affair with so and so's wife or whatever? And then it's like, and then everybody knows and nobody cares. And it's like, oh, yeah, oh, that's old news. Okay. And what? So we talked about it. Big deal. I mean, I don't understand all of this. So your family opened the door. This person came to see your grandparents, but then you were there. So if they came to see your grandparents, then why did you have to see them? Like why did if this person came over to visit with your grandparents, why did you have to see them at all? And then the other thing is that if all of these people are in and out, then you could make a decision to go get your own place where you make the decision as to who comes over and when they come over. Because I don't like when people show up at my house either. But I live alone, you know what I mean? Like I've made that decision that I'm not like I don't live with other people that are going to do that kind of stuff because I don't like that. So you could make the decision to get your own place and then you don't have to deal with this kind of stuff. But as long as you're living with other people, that's stuff that you're going to have to put up with. There's not really much you can do about that. Bright as light, can you tell me what Alvaro is currently feeling and thinking about me? She seems distant. She's got the Eight of Cups here. She may not be thinking about much, or you might not really be on her mind right now. Although the two of you probably are, you guys could have a little argument or a squabble. I don't know how often you speak to this person with the Eight of Wands. But yeah, I don't think she's really thinking much of anything. She looks a little distant. If you see her soon, the Five of Wands is not like a big blow up. It just may be like a disagreement or an argument or something. Is there anybody here I haven't answered for? That's it? Okay. Let me just do general for diamond. General for diamond. Might hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business, and life is moving forward. You may be, could be planning travel. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and something should happen this month that makes you happy. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. They came for your grandparents, but then they wanted to see you. But these people obviously don't know that you don't like them. That's the issue. So it's like, imagine going to somebody's house and you would want to see them because they're there. You know, like for example, my nephew, when I go to his house, he's usually downstairs on the computer playing whatever with his friends. I mean, I don't take that personal or anything because I know he's 16 and that's what they do. But like, imagine if he hated me and I went down there and I was like, "Oh, hey, Johnny, how you doing?" I don't know that he hates me. I don't. So it would be like me going to the house knowing he's there, but then not seeing him, or not going out of my way to see him. If I didn't do that, it would almost be rude. Like, well, you knew I was here. Why wouldn't you say anything? Why wouldn't you come downstairs and see me? But if I knew he hated me, then I wouldn't do that. I would leave him alone. So it's like these people don't know that you don't want to see them and they're there. So of course they think that they're going to want to you're going to want to see them, and then if they didn't wait for you, it would be rude, because it kind of would be. Like, imagine if somebody came over who you wanted to see. Like, if my aunt and uncle showed up at my dad's house, and I don't see them that often because my dad lives in Florida and they live in Florida but 4 hours away. If they stopped over and I was in the shower and they left, I would be like, why'd they leave? They knew I was here. So these people don't know that you don't want to see them. That's why. That's what the problem is. I think that's the problem that you have. I think a lot of people in your life that you don't realize that you don't like them. And because they don't realize that, like, you're expecting them to figure it out and they're not figuring it out. And the reason why I get this, or that I think it comes up, is because I had somebody say this to me once. Actually, I had two people say it to me. And the one person said, "You're expecting them to figure out what you want them to do, and you just have to tell them fuck off." And they were right. And then the situation persisted until finally I was like, fuck off. And then they even still continued to persist. But I think that's an extraordinary circumstance. And I had to keep setting the boundaries with that person, which that's on them. But like, I already said my piece. I already did what I had to do. But it took me 3 years to get there. And when I finally got there, it's like I damn near exploded. But that's not my point. The point is that, and I've done it myself, thinking I would have picked up the vibe that somebody didn't want to see me and I would have left. They don't pick up that vibe. They're not getting it. And then we get annoyed because they're not figuring it out. And they can't figure it out because they're just not sensitive enough to the situation. They don't think anything of it. Yeah. Alma, will I move to another country in my lifetime? You could make that happen. Yeah, you could make that happen. Spiritually beautiful. What's ahead? Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Perseverance pays off. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. So remember, when someone deliberately ignores messages, calls, and blocks, you think that's big enough. No, because they don't care. They don't care. That was the same problem I was having with this one person. I was getting so annoyed because I'm like, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I haven't answered, but yet you're still texting. I haven't answered, but you're still texting. I said my piece, but you're still pursuing. They don't care. They don't think that there's something wrong with them. This is how they are, and other people put up with them, so they think that you will too. And they're not, it's like anybody else. Like, how many people come in here and they're like, I texted him 4 times, he hasn't responded. Is he going to respond? Am I going to hear from him? You texted him 4 times. Why would you continue to text him? He's clearly setting a boundary. People do it. They don't get it. Like, it took me a long time to realize that People don't think that there is something wrong with them, because if they thought there was something wrong with them, they wouldn't act like that. They think that they're not making the connection. Like, I could tell you that years and years and years ago, this is really embarrassing if the person was actually home. But years and years and years ago, I had a crush on this guy, and he was a big Rangers fan. And my friend was able to get like hockey tickets frequently for free. So, that was the way we were going to kind of get to hang out with him. We had Ranger tickets. We were going to give him the tickets. Yeah, total losers. We were total losers. But anyway, now this was like back probably before cell phones were really super popular. Not everybody had one, and people still had landlines. And I was calling his house line to tell him that I got the tickets, and nobody was answering the phone. And I can't tell you how many times I called, because I really wanted to catch him. The thing is that, imagine if he was home and just not answering the phone, how many times I called. But in that moment, I didn't even think that that was possible, that he wasn't home, because if you were home and the phone's ringing, why wouldn't you answer it? But maybe the caller ID didn't know who the number was. The number keeps calling, and like now, like even all these years later, I'm like fucking embarrassed that I called that many times. I don't even know, but I called a lot. Anyway, the point is that you don't know what other people are thinking, and if it's not clear, like I said, like this person, I actually told off not that long ago. They're continuing to text me as if nothing is wrong. Like they're not getting it until finally I had to block, because like how many ways do I need to tell you? Like I told you off, I told you how I felt. You didn't apologize, you blamed me, and then you're still going to continue to text me and act like there's nothing wrong. There is something wrong. You disrespected me. You stabbed me in the back. We're not going to continue anymore. But they're not getting it. They don't care. Because you know what? They don't care about my feelings. They care about their feelings. They care about what they want. They want to get what they want, and they don't give a fuck if I have to work. They don't give a shit if I don't have a fucking penny in my pocket. They don't give a shit if I don't have food on the table. What they want is what they want. So you have to stop thinking that because you didn't answer text messages or you blocked them or on something, that other people are getting it. They don't care. I would care, because I would be embarrassed. Like I would be like, oh God, like here I am sitting here, I don't know however many years later, thinking about that guy I called 40 times. He probably doesn't even know or remember, or he probably blocked the whole point in his life out. But I feel embarrassed about it these many years later. And I don't even know if he was home. He may not have been home. But if he was home, I would be embarrassed. Other people don't feel the same way. Other people, they don't care. They just don't care. And I know, because I'm the same way. And I would say to my friend, I would say to her, I'm like, doesn't she know I have laundry to do? Doesn't she know that I have a million things going on? Doesn't she? And my friend's like, she doesn't care. Danny, she doesn't care. You can sit here until you're blue in the face and tell me all the reasons why she should know better. But the bottom line is, she doesn't care. So is something going to change? No, nothing is going to change. Is she going to change? She's not going to change. Some people are just hard to, they just don't care. Holly, general for next week. Life changes for you for the better quickly when you set like boundaries. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with an old friend or run into someone you haven't seen in a while, and it would be pleasant if it happens. It wouldn't be like somebody that you don't want to see. Choices and options may come in around social activity. Listen to your intuition. Money comes in, finances improve. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. P12895. Will I have my car soon? Would this be buying a new car? Because you could have a new car coming in like maybe within a month or 6 weeks. Ask Rosie, does A like or love me? I would say that this person may have feelings for you, but I don't see this person as being in love right now. It's not a new car. Is it like a car that's being repaired? If it's a car that's being repaired, I would say maybe 4 to 6 days. Is there anyone here, or that was it? Anybody else here? Alrighty, if that's it, I will wrap it up and I'll see you guys in the morning. You know, like maybe sometime 9:30ish, something like that. Thank you all very much for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good night. Bye.